I think the biggest challenges here is what is the scope of this pandemic? How long is this going to stretch out? And where's the most critical places to go? We are working here on behalf of FEMA as part of a federal team. But it is really the cities and the states that we are supporting. So the federal team is augmenting what the cities and states need to do. Every one of these cities has a curve, and these mayors know exactly when they're going to get peak amount. And if you go to a typical, medical person or maybe even engineer and say, what does it look like to do it? They might say it takes us 7 or 8 weeks. I'm telling my guys, you don't have that amount of time. Here's the day of the curve. I need to have the mission essential stuff done by that date. And that's where most of these facilities are being done in phases, okay? So we're going to spin out 500, then we'll spin out another 1,000, then we'll spin out another 1,000. So instead of trying to build all 3,000 at once, let's say, how do we continue to do exportable packages so then we can start worrying about getting those things up and running? And this whole concept is really the ability to be able to figure out how do we somehow use a standard design at the national level that is imported down to the local level so the local cities and mayors can do what works best for them. You need to put the beds in, you need nurses stations to come in, you've got to have a receiving area to take those patients coming in that are affected. So how do you bring them in on one side of the facility? Then where's the main treatment area? There's got to be another side of the facility, which is you're bringing in the staff, so you're protecting them. The big thing that we're trying to do on the COVID versus non-COVID is really the ability to be able to work the pressure. And without getting technical, if it's non-COVID, it's really just a great big room and people come and go and it's all pretty much the same. What we're doing in the COVID is we're bringing the pressure down, and we found a way in these facilities to bring it down just enough so it continues to keep the contaminants inside the facility, and that way it's really safer for the rest of the people. The people that are working inside the COVID facility are all they're all protected with PPE, so they're working among the COVID patients. And so the real changes are a little bit of extra oxygen that has to be put in. We did that in some of these facilities, and a modification of the pressure to be able to contain those contaminants in one area. Because no one wants to have an obstacle. No one wants to be able to have anything slow this down. And the attitude and the passion of not only the Corps of Engineers, but the people of Chicago to get this facility done, I would say are off the charts. And this really is a standard that we are trying to continue to export across the rest of the United States.